just remembering like the objections that we'll get. Because I mean, just asking like, do you believe that we'll deliver on our promises? This is like long outside.
Right.
It's like, what do you need this product to do? Like, you want this product. You just don't believe in certain aspects of it. So what are those aspects? And how do we need to deliver to, make you happy?
Yeah, there's only two reasons why you want to buy this. One, you're not generating enough leads.
Right.
Or two, you don't have a website.
Yeah.
You have a website, right?
Yeah, that's a branding. Like, we need people with websites. We need people that have a quote request form on the website.
Or three, you don't want customers, because in my experience, a business starts with sales. It's the top line on the financial statement. It starts with revenue, and you can't get revenue without customers. You get customers,
Without
they need
a website, without knowing that you exist. And how do they know you exist if you don't have a website?
Dude, or how about, like, I talk about this on the webinars, or on the demos, is to sell something, you have to propose something to somebody. Like, here is how much this is. I can't buy anything from you if you've never even proposed an offer to me.
And would you send a proposal to somebody that doesn't have a need for your product? So you have to create the need.
Yeah, totally. And I think the need, if they hit your website,
hopefully it's a want that turns into a need, right?
I think if they hit your website and say, "Hey, I want a quote," you should send whether you use a lawn bot or not, you should send every one of those people a proposal, whether you talk to them on the phone or not. Because how can they buy anything if they've never seen it? And it's busy, right? The spring is busy, so things like fall through the cracks. And
I think some things I've talked about with like the bigger companies is that it's like, I've done it, you've done it. You just spend 20-30 minutes on the phone with somebody who's already bought like 5 minutes into the conversation, right?
40 minutes on the phone talking about their puppies.
How many phone calls, how many sales can you make in 30 minutes to an hour?
In the spring,
if you're hitting the dial.
Just crush, crush.
And also, you as a business owner, do you really want to pay your salespeople to take orders? Seriously.
And
it's not about taking food off the table. The whole idea is that, they actually have to work for the sale. And you're okay with paying a sales rep for a sale if they have to work for it, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
I want them to bring me revenue that we wouldn't have gotten if I wouldn't have employed that person.
Well, I've seen it firsthand. So like when I was working at Custom and I went to Flint on those days, nobody was hitting the dialer. But then you go to Saginaw, Lansing, and all the salespeople there were just sitting in the dialer all day, just calling people. Whereas in Flint, since most of those calls we got were order taking, and this is like, we're talking 10 to 15 grand a day that you're paying commission on, which, after salary plus, you're paying anywhere from 10 to 15% of that. So that's a $2,000 cost to your business.
I think beyond just that, it's like the way people buy things are changing. It used to be that people looked in the yellow book and like called people on the phone, but like more and more people just want the information. They want to go on Amazon, they want to read reviews, they're going to go on Google, they're going to look at reviews. From there, they're going to sign up with the best reviewed company, as long as it's not a crazy amount higher.
Well, the best reviewed and the best at follow up and communication, right?
Dude,
like you talk to people all the time. Hey, you're the only person that called me, filled out a home advisor form. You called me within 2 minutes, which means that you're a reputable business. So,
I would say more than 50% of lawn care companies, green industry, but most service businesses don't. Like I called a plumber 3 nights ago, still doesn't call me back.
Right.
Like what the fuck? I would have paid $150 to just book it now, have them out first thing Monday, right? And
but nobody's at the office, right? And then you call a lawn care company, like I'll call a lawn care company at 4 o'clock, and they say, "Hey, our office hours are 10 to 3."
Right.
It's like, how much business are you losing out of?
Well,
how many buyers are at work when lawn care companies are at the office?
Dude,
at least 70%.
All your customers have jobs,
right,
to like go and buy your services, right? So like, but you're only open during work hours, so they're like sneaking out at lunch. So all that being said, this technology wasn't around.
Oh, really?
Like,
yeah, but it's a proven
10 years ago,
thing, right? Businesses pop up all the time. One-click sales stores, right? Shopify, Amazon, all these places.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's good. I think we'll play out over time. I think we just need to keep.
Well, it's already like a really good product, right? And it's already testing really well, and it's only going to get better. It's not going to get worse.
Right. I mean, the important thing is we just keep solving this problem. Like, how do we make it easy? How do we make it simple for people to buy services?
Yes.
And that's it. And we start with that. And
Simple, accurate, and easy.
Oh, that's good.
like your grandma Karen should be able to buy lawn care on her phone.
Yeah.
Like Masha's grandma talks to Google. Hey Google, like what temperature is it today? And, like Google talks back to her. So if we live in a world where like that is happening, the only people that are getting in the way are those people that they want to go look at every lawn and listen. I'm all for looking at lawns, but
Any business, time is your most valuable asset. So would you rather go to 10 lawns during the day, or would you rather let the bot close for them?
Yeah.
And then those other 60 you can go visit?
But at the same time, people's levels of ambition are different, right? So they might have ambition to only have 500 customers, and that's fine. If they're happy with 500 customers, that's great, awesome for them. Everybody's like, we want to get happiness, right? So like, if you have 500 customers and you're happy and you don't work Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and you're happy with that, that's great. But people that want big companies that really want to do something massive, where maybe they don't have to be attached to their business every hour of every day, and when somebody calls your office, the only person that can handle their problem is
One person.
one person. I think there's a lot of folks out there that want to grow and scale their business, so it's automated.
I think the best part about the bot is that, it's the lowest cost sale you can get. It's a platform that you can use an infinite amount of times, and the sales you get, great, there's money coming in. After that, it's so easy to follow up with the client and say, hey, we implemented this bot this year. We wanted to make it easier to, use our services, basically.
Well, here's
It's like it's such an easy setup to call them back if they don't buy it. Right?
Well, yeah.
Because with the objection filtering tool, you know exactly the reason, whether it's the product, the people,
and you have all the
price.
data when you call.
You have all the data, so you're not paying somebody to enter all that in, and it's just super easy to just follow up with them. And I don't care who you are, when you ask a client, hey, how was the bot? They're going to say, that was so cool. That was great. It's like awesome. We put that in place to help people, make it easier to use our services, because we understand that people don't have the time to have a 15-20 minute phone conversation about their lawn care program.
Dude, it's $400. Do you want to do it or not? Like,
Right, yeah.
Like, it's not. People do not want to spend time talking to their frickin' lawn guy during the day. I own a lawn care company, and I don't want to talk to my lawn guy. I just want it done. I want it green, thick, and weed free, and green grass, dead weeds.
Check it off your list.
Yeah.
Your to-do list.
Dude, people are busy. They want to know that they're doing business with a good company. I've read the reviews. It shouldn't be this big process, unless you're trying to save $5. I don't know. There's lots of people like that in West Michigan, but like if $5 is going to make or break you, then I guess those aren't the people that are buying through the bot. The people that are buying through the bot, they value their time. They're the people that.
And the difference between a $45 and a $58 application doesn't matter to them. It doesn't.
No, I
It can be
mean their
$60.
time is more valuable, right? So like that time they get to spend with their kids because they're not talking to contractors, or they use Shipt to, like, I deliver my groceries. I don't go to Meijer. I think it's a waste of time walking around the aisles, like pulling shit off shelves. It just seems like old. Like I just want to do it on my time, not.
You just want to use your time to, focus on things that, make you more successful or more money, basically. And that's
Or make you
afford you
happy.
the time to be happier. I mean,
or-
it doesn't
or-
have to be about money. It can
Or
be
make
about
you
family.
happier, right? I mean, you don't have to spend on get more successful, but like to spend more time with your kids. I mean, time is important, right? We only have so many hours on this planet. I don't know. I think it's really important.
Lawnmower.
Eric in the house, clipping.
Eric's working on throwing some marinara on that spaghetti code. Probably shouldn't say that.
Clipping deals. There's
deals.
There's Eric, the CTO.
Working hard, guys. Working hard.
Hey, if if you're a fan of LawnBot, this is going on the YouTube channel. If you're a fan of LawnBot, send a case of Green Monsters to 40 Pearl Street, Northwest.
Yes.
Attention, LawnBot. We would really appreciate that. But yeah, so this is the first kind of vlog, I guess. I don't know. I bought this little dongle thing from Best Buy, and right now we're getting set up for the webinar. Thought it'd be fun to start documenting this process a little bit. I think it's pretty cool to look back. I look back at our MVP that I built a year ago, and it's pretty shitty, but looking back at it and how much the product has grown since then is really cool. So thought I'd just start shooting some videos, and hopefully it provides some value to some folks. I've never done a technology startup. I'm a lawn care guy. I grew a lawn care company with traditional sales and marketing methods, right? And I built the initial product to solve my own problem. I just kept getting woken up at night. I'm like, hey, why doesn't this exist? Why doesn't this exist? Still doesn't exist. Still doesn't exist. There's tons of people with way more resources in this industry, and it still doesn't exist. So I said, you know what? I start tinkering around, and I used probably 5 different web platforms to build our MVP and test it out. And there's enough data for me to realize that, wow, there's really something here. There's really something behind simplifying the way that people buy and sign up for things. So brings us to today. We have Eric, the CTO, in the house, bringing on a sales guy and just growing the customer, making the product better, and delivering for our clients. So make sure you tune in, subscribe to the channel if you want to follow the journey. Other than that, we'll see you soon.